Ladies and gentlemen, our program will begin in a few minutes. Please stay in a quiet, well-lit room and settle down. To our finalists, please keep your cameras open and your microphones turned off at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, let us begin with a Thanksgiving prayer to be led by Miss Cynthia Gaya, Project Leader, Science Teacher Academy for the Regions.
Holy Father, we gather in front of you, filled with gratitude for the blessings we have received over the past year, for the miracle of life, and the gift of purpose. Though the world is in a crisis, we are still grateful to have survived and to have achieved what we have come to celebrate this morning. Because through it all, you've given us the guidance and fortitude to overcome. As we celebrate this significant milestone, we ask for your grace to give us the strength to carry on each day, that we may have as much of the passion, the determination, and the consistency that made us achieve so much for our respective schools, so that we may continue to use what we have learned from STAR to serve others and fulfill your purpose. Amen.
Thank you, Miss Cynthia Gaya. Please remain composed for the Philippine National Anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your hosts for the 2020 Search for the Brightest Star awarding ceremonies.
Good morning, everyone. This is Jeffrey Hidalgo, a singer, actor, director, and of course, a DOST scholar. And with me today are two luminaries.
I'm Mary Grace Bumanlag, Master Teacher from President Diosdado Macapagal High School, NCR, the 2018 Brightest Star for Science.
And I'm Gayla Nabainsa, math teacher from Marcial Oranyola Memorial School, Bicol Region, the 2018 Brightest Star for Mathematics.
DOST SEI proudly welcomes you to a big milestone for the Science Teacher Academy for the regions.
The 2020 Brightest Star Awards. It has been such a tough year, but we're glad that you've come to share in this much-awaited moment. Because amid the hurdles that made your profession in the academy twice as hard, many of you have continued to create milestones that matter.
They said, ang teacher, walang pahinga. True enough, we've experienced it because while the world is at standstill, I'm sure many of us continue to hold and at least prepare for our classes.
That relentless spirit for the betterment of the students makes you such bright stars in your own right.
By the way, both of you have received this prestigious award, right? Can you tell us more about your star journey? Was it tough? What are the most challenging moments and how did you deal with them? Let's start with Miss Mary Grace.
It was humbling and rewarding experience. The search itself is competitive, and I personally felt honored representing the National Capital Region. During that time, I felt a lot of pressure because I always pick the last number for both the interview and the demonstration teaching. Makikita ko na lang paglabas ng mga co-stars finalist ko, umiiyak sila. So, a lot of pressure is put on me that time. But I just pause, pray to God to give me a calm heart and believe that DOST SEI Project Star victory in me.
Well, at least you still won, right, Miss Mary Grace?
Thank you.
Now let us hear from Miss Galen. How about you?
The panel interview was one of the most challenging parts of the competition. I had to answer very tough questions spontaneously. Kung si Ma'am Grace palaging nabubunot pang huli, ako naman yung palaging nauuna. So, nandun din yung nervyos. So, yun yung namin, yun yung unforgettable moments namin. But anyway, there is really no right or wrong answer in the interview. All you have to do is to put your heart into it. Overall, it was a very heartwarming and a very humbling experience.
So, this morning, we're going to honor the embodiment of the star spirit as we come to witness a dazzling celebration of star power. Teachers who bravely stood up and faced the odds, working with enduring passion, utmost dedication, and a commitment to bringing the lessons and pedagogy of the STAR program to their respective schools. Some of these in the farthest regions of the country, fueling it further with creativity and indigenous context along the way, in order to make science and math fun, engaging, and close to the heart of the modern Filipino student. And it takes such a bright star to do all that.
And just like the entirety of mankind throughout history, that has gazed at the diamonds of heavens in awe and fascination, in hope and imagination. When we look at our star finalists, we see not just brilliant specks, but the highest ideals and the sheer power of noble pursuits.
For making their classrooms, schools, and teaching community places of innovation and positive change, let's prepare to honor the brightest stars.
This is the brainchild of the DOST Science Education Institute, the country's foremost agency tasked with developing a critical pool of educators in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics who can engage, excite, and empower students to love science and mathematics.
Since 2014, SEI trained countless teachers to make significant strides in their respective academic communities, and the results are phenomenal.
To share more and formally welcome us all, let us hear this message from the Director of DOST SEI, Dr. Josette P.B.
A brilliant day to all of you. I hope we are all doing well, staying safe and healthy. Last March 2020, we were faced with a crisis that has completely disrupted the way we do things normally, most especially in education. With very little time to prepare, teachers had to modify their teaching, condense what they teach, and adapt to unfamiliar modalities to carry out with instruction. This sudden change has brought so many challenges to teachers, but it also generated opportunities and advancement where innovation has moved from the margins to becoming significantly vital. The challenges also pushed teachers to go beyond their limits and, despite the uncertainties, make quality STEM education accessible to all, especially during this time of pandemic. Taking this further, the project Science Teacher Academy for the Regions, or Project STAR, relaunched the Search for the Brightest Star, which aims to recognize exemplary teachers who have been continuously applying their acquired learnings in STAR training into their teaching practice. This project hopes to uplift teachers' morale, to continue fostering innovation and excellence in their instructions. At SEI, we believe that recognizing and appreciating teachers are just as important as nurturing students' potentials. Teachers are assets to the future of education in every country. This year, we received a total of 70 nominations, and out of this number, 6 teachers, 3 for science education, and 3 for mathematics education, dazzled us most with their dedication and ingenuity. They are the teachers who fearlessly accepted the challenges of 21st century learning and have shown unwavering love and commitment to learning new teaching strategies and incorporating those into their instructions. They are the innovation leaders, mentors, and role models who have exhibited willingness to share what they've learned to support and help other science and mathematics teachers in their schools, divisions, and even across regions who share the same passion and vision for STEM education. They say it only takes 60 minutes for teachers in a classroom to touch a student's life and make a difference. Let this moment be our opportunity to create a milestone in a teacher's life by recognizing their outstanding work, passion, and dedication to STEM education. Now, we have reached the final stage of the competition, the most thrilling and rewarding stage of all. 2 teachers will shine the brightest among these stars and be declared as the 2020 Brightest Star for Science and Brightest Star for Mathematics. Let your brightest star journey be a major plot twist of your 2020 and make it a beautiful year to remember. May this recognition empower and inspire more teachers to help us realize our goals and be instrumental in uplifting science and mathematics education in our country. Our heartfelt thanks to all participants and their supportive families, students, co-teachers, and school officials. Congratulations to all the national finalists and welcome to the 2020 Brightest Star Awards. At DOST Science Education Institute, Teachers Matter. Maraming salamat at mabuhay tayong lahat.
Thank you, Dr. Josette Billo.
Stars draw power from within, a continuous nuclear reaction that goes ever brighter with each passing moment. And so do our brightest star finalists. People of utter brilliance, illuminating the darkest of nights.
Indeed, for in the face of drastic change, the Science Teacher Academy for the Regions has become more relevant than ever before. A crucial step providing 21st century learning to the Filipino.
So let us learn more about the 2020 Brightest Star Awards.
Knowledge is fast evolving. And in the face of drastic change, so must our methods of teaching. This is the flaming heart of DOST SEI's Science Teacher Academy for the Regions, infusing STEM education with renewed energy through innovative, effective, and transformative methods that teachers can bring home to schools across the farthest regions of the country. And now, our biggest success stories come to light as we honor the very best embodiment of the STAR spirit. Teacher participants who took the seeds of STAR and nurtured them with passion, expertise, creativity, and ingenuity, sharing them with others and growing them into positive change. This is the 2020 search for the brightest star. Among our countless STAR trainees and 70 nominees comes 6 finalists, 3 for science and 3 for math. Ready to take on a 2-stage challenge. A panel interview that explores every finalist's STAR journey, their mindset, and their character, emphasizing the winning qualities and uncompromising commitment of a Brightest Star awardee. Followed by a teaching competition where finalists demonstrate their mastery, innovativeness, and ability to bring the essence of the STAR program to the classroom each and every fruitful day. From all these, 2 exceptional educators will shine. The brightest stars of 2020. Let excellence rise to meet the needs of 21st century learning and help us empower each other together. DOST SEI Science Teacher Academy for the Regions 2020 Brightest Star Awards.
Our bright stars, pushing the boundaries of pedagogy, bringing science and math education to a whole new level. But it was not an easy journey. Our nominees had to undergo a rigorous screening process to whittle down 70 to just 6.
And to seek out the brightest star, the cream of the crop, a 2-stage competition that involves a panel interview to learn more about the character and level of commitment of our finalists.
And then, a live demonstration that puts teaching ingenuity in action. So the pressure is on every step of the way. Let's get to know more about our strong 6.
From STAR's ever-growing family of empowered teachers. Introducing our 2020 search for the brightest STAR finalists. In the science category, Mr. Mark Joseph N. Cometa of Palina East National High School. Rising from poverty himself, he harnessed an eclectic approach to uplift his humble barrio school by bringing out the best in his students.
A star is not created to shine on its own, but it was made to shine as a guide to those who are less in life, to reach the unreachable, inspire those who are lost, and motivates people to create a wonderful journey in all walks of life.
Mr. Don King O. Evangelista of Navotas National Science High School. Bridging the generational gap through strategies that help common students feel at ease with intimidating tasks, such as science research.
It is not your position that will determine your function, but it is your determination. It is your passion. It is your grit. It is your focus. It is your passion to teach the younger generation that will make an impact in your school, in your community, and ultimately in the lives of the learners that we serve.
And Mr. Mark Anthony C. Lado of San Teodoro National High School. Engaging students in an indigenized manner, he became more than a mentor, but a partner to his students as they both explore the wonders of science.
I know every child is a genius, but most of the time, they just don't know it. And it is my job as a teacher to lead them on discovering that they are good on their own ways.
In the mathematics category, Miss Janice M. Valdelovar of Don Restituto Central School. Understanding her students' experiences, culture, and language to empower them to not only pursue solutions, but also make sensible life decisions.
I realized that teaching mathematics should not revolve around hitting one correct answer, but should focus on developing the thinking skills of the students by listening to the reasons behind their answer and valuing their explanations.
Miss Genevieve I. Caballa of El Salvador City Central School. Focusing on developing critical learners, her work shines through the excellent achievements of her students.
For a star to be bright, she needs to shine beyond herself. For a teacher to excel, she needs to find her legacy from the other teachers. And when she finds joy in seeing the other teachers succeed through her, I believe she deserves to be the brightest star.
And Mr. Mark Joseph D. Pastor of Ilocos Norte College of Arts and Trades. Enabling students to bring their own brand of genius to the classroom, he utilized his STAR knowledge to craft math workbooks for national circulation, contextualize video lessons, and localized self-learning modules that have become integral in this new era of distance learning.
Mathematics may not teach us to add love or subtract hate, but it gives us hope that every problem has a solution.
Let the most game-changing leaders, most energetic mentors, and most outstanding role models rise to stardom. The 2020 Brightest Star Awards.
Each one of you is a winner already to have come this far, touched so many lives, and made your mark on the future that weighs much more than any reward. In the grander scheme of things, you are unsung heroes.
Each national finalist will be sent a cash prize of 10,000 pesos and a plaque of recognition.
Now, let us formally recognize our finalists. Please make sure your cameras are turned on.
From among our science educators,
Mr. Mark Joseph and Cometa of Palina East National High School. Mr. Don King O. Evangelista of Nabotas National Science High School. And Mr. Mark Anthony C. Lado of San Teodoro National High School.
and from among our mathematics educators,
Miss Janice M. Valdelcar of Don Restituto Central School. Miss Genevieve I. Calia of El Salvador City Central School. And Mr. Mark Joseph D. Pastor of Ilocos Norte College of Arts and Trade. Good luck later, but always remember you're bright stars already, and that is a distinction very few possess.
with these ever-increasing challenges of the modern world, the spotlight is on STEM-related fields. Thus, the need for a greater pool of Filipino scientists, researchers, engineers, innovators, mathematicians, and tinkerers who can deliver the fruits of science to the people.
And to share with us an insight into that future, let us welcome a special guest.
Please give a warm round of applause to our DOST Secretary, Professor Fortunato T. de la Peña.
Warmest greetings to all. To dear Secretary Liling Briones of the Department of Education, to DOST Science Education Institute Director Josette Bio, to DOST Science Education Institute Deputy Director Albert Marino, to DepEd Regional Directors, Supervisors, Principals, and Teachers, to our Regional STAR Trainers, and our Brightest STAR Finalists. On behalf of the Department of Science and Technology, I am delighted to join you at the awarding ceremonies of the 2020 Search for the Brightest Star. This search seeks to recognize our outstanding teachers at the primary and secondary schools who have trained under the Science Teacher Academy for the Regions, or Project STAR, and have absorbed the most in our drive to make their classrooms into cradles of innovation and positive change. Included in this search are teachers who attended STAR trainings from 2016 to 2019. Project STAR by the Science Education Institute was initiated with the noble intention of boosting the skills and deepening the competencies of the country's science and mathematics teachers on innovative teaching strategies. Then, with only 6 regional partner institutions, Project STAR was launched in 2014. And I think I'm still credited for the name STAR, okay? We now boast of 16 university partners, thereby increasing the number of STEM trainings and beneficiaries all over the country. I would like to commend the 6 finalists, 1 each from NCR and Region 4B, and 2 each from Regions 1 and 10 for passing the strictest of screening process, that we can rightly say they are already stars in their own right. My advance congratulations too to the winners of the Brightest Star for Science and Mathematics, whose names will be announced later. It was a unique, unprecedented experience for everyone concerned, not the least of which was the teaching and interview portion for all finalists that were conducted via virtual platforms. Moreover, the finalists never got the chance to directly encounter each other while undergoing the final stages of the competition. You can say that this year's awardees are regarded as our pioneering batch of S&T champions under the new normal. May you wear this recognition as a badge of honor from here on. The search for the Brightest Star is an arduous process. From the time you were nominated by your respective school principals all the way to the teaching and interview competition right before this recognition ceremony. I am certain you were all exposed and acquired new insights on what it means to persevere, to serve, and be a leader in education. Likewise, I trust that this competition shall not only broaden your thinking, but also your vision of the educational system as a whole. So today, we celebrate all the lessons learned and the start of this new pathway in your teaching journey. In turn, we hope you will take your responsibilities seriously and be our catalyst for educational change. My dear teachers, I know it is an extremely challenging time to be a good teacher when many changes abound in our education system due to the pandemic. It has motivated all of us in the education sector to accelerate the move towards digital and distance learning or remote learning, and thus adjust our teaching pedagogies in order to continue with the student learning process. The current situation has also manifested the need to train instantly on the use of different technological tools to deliver our classes effectively. I also wish to take this precious opportunity to highlight the efforts of the Department of Education led by my good partner here, Secretary Liling Briones, for continually finding ways for education to carry on amidst the crisis and keeping in mind the constitutional mandate to uphold the right of our children to to quality education at all times. In a few minutes, the brightest stars for science and mathematics will be proclaimed. Let me express my thanks and appreciation to all the people who worked hard for the fruition of this search, especially SEI Director Josette Bio for spearheading this major undertaking. I also wish to cite the role of DepEd's regional and division offices and school principals whose commitment and support ensured the success of this search. Of course, they have to follow their leader, who is a model public servant. Once again, congratulations to all our Brightest Star finalists. As you continue your education journey, I urge everyone to continue serving as role models for students and teachers so that they too can follow in your footsteps in striving for excellence. Maraming salamat at mabuhay tayong lahat.
Thank you, Secretary Fortunato T. de la Peña.
The power of progressive nations rests on their capability to harness a well-educated population that can meet the challenges of the changing times. And it begins in the academe, in students that are equipped, engaged, and encouraged to maximize their potential.
Teachers are at the tip of that spear, the catalysts of 21st century learning.
To share with us a special message, please welcome DepEd Secretary Dr. Leonor M. Briones.
Good day, everyone. Today is a very special day for the Department of Science and Technology and the Department of Education. Today, we are celebrating, we are paying tribute to, and we are recognizing teachers' perseverance and dedications towards the teaching of science and mathematics. These teachers are the frontline workers in education, with pandemic or without pandemic. They remain passionate about providing high quality, accessible, and safe education to all, despite the uncertainties and the worries. A total of 70 nominations were received for both science and mathematics category, and 6 have emerged as national finalists. They are Mr. Mark Joseph Cometa of Palina East National High School in Region 1, Mr. Don King Evangelista of Navotas High School in NCR, Mr. Mark Anthony Leido of San Teodoro National High School of Region 4B. Our national finalists for mathematics are Miss Janice Baldelovar of Don Restituto National High School, Region 10, Miss Janive Cabalya of El Salvador National High School, also of Region 10, and Mr. Mark Joseph Pastor of Ilocos Norte College of Arts and Trades from Region 1. We are going to give 2 awards: the Brightest Shining Star for Science and the Brightest Shining Star for Mathematics. This recognition hopes to inspire more teachers to become leaders of innovation, promoting new strategies and models in the teaching and learning of science and mathematics, wherever learning may be. The DOST Science Education Institute and the Department of Education are partners in improving science and mathematics teaching by providing relevant capacity building trainings to in-service trained teachers and to equip them with the skills to deliver lessons effectively and innovatively that would lead to a deeper understanding of STEM concepts and their application to real-life situations. 2020 was not an easy year, far from it. With the sudden move to distance learning, teachers have never felt as challenged as they are today, but they fearlessly and voluntarily explored all possible modes of delivering lessons remotely, whether via the internet, mobile phones, television, and even radio broadcast, synchronous, asynchronous, or a mixture of the two. In places with low technological opportunities, teachers have been providing learning materials like modules to ensure that no student will be left behind. Indeed, teachers are showing great capacity and flexibility to adapt to an ever-changing situation in order to keep every Filipino child continuing to learn and to apply such learning. Special thanks, of course, to my good friend and partner, Secretary Fortunato T. de la Peña, or Boy as we call him, DOST Secretary, for being the pillar of Project STAR, especially during the early stages of its implementation. Director Giuseppe Bio, Director of the Science Education Institute, for spearheading this awarding activity. Special thanks too for all the support of our DepEd family, our school principals, division supervisors, education program supervisors, and regional directors to the finalists. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Have a happy celebration.
Thank you, Secretary Leonor M. Briones. As a tribute to our STAR teachers' passion and relentless effort to uplift science and math education in the country, let us welcome a performance that evokes the same dedication to the craft that our finalists have embodied.
Please welcome Mr. Jeffrey Hidalgo.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and stay a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
From hundreds of STAR teacher participants, our 2020 search boiled down to 70 nominees, and from there, 6 finalists. Discovering the brightest stars is a Herculean task involving an intensive review of their portfolio, rigorous interviews, and a high-pressure teaching demonstration. That task was expertly handled by our distinguished board of judges. Allow us to introduce them.
Our first judge is the former Dean of the College of Education at the University of the East. Please give a warm round of applause to Dr. Evelina Maclang Vicencio.
Our next judge is a former professor that led various colleges of the Philippine Normal University, ST. These include the College of Flexible Learning and EPNU, the College of Teacher Development, and the College of Science. She is now a consultant to DepEd, DOST-SEI, CHED, and CUSE, among others. Please welcome Dr. Leticia Catriz.
Our third judge is a Chief Science Research Specialist at the DOST Science Education Institute. Please give a big round of applause to Ms. Ruby Caroliza Lanya.
Our next judge is an Associate Professor 4 in Social Sciences been recognized as the 2013 Metrobank Outstanding Teacher in the secondary level. Please give a warm welcome to Professor Dominique Pakiran.
Our next judge is a multi-awarded teacher recognized as a 2017 The Outstanding Young Men Honoree, 2015 Metrobank Outstanding Teacher, and CIMEO Science Teacher International Awardee, among others. He is the Education Program Supervisor of DepEd SDO Tabaco City, Mr. Ronaldo C. Reyes. For science, our other judges are Dr. Sherilyn Monterola, Professor, College of Education, University of the Philippines, Diliman. Mr. Ralph Hipolito, Special Science Teacher, Philippine Science High School, Main Campus. Professor Magnolia Vida Cano, Associate Professor, College of Science, Bicol University. Dr. Shirley Husayan, Professor, College of Education, West Visayas State University. Mr. Bernabe Linog, OIC Chief Education Support Services Division, Department of Education, Caraga.
And also for math, our judges, Dr. Lukman Manupak, OIC Chief, Department of Education, Region 9. Dr. Edwin Ibanez, Professor, Central Luzon State University. Mr. Alan Canonigo, Science Education Specialist, National Institute for Science and Math Education and Development, University of the Philippines. Dr. Nympho Joaquin, Professor, College of Education, University of the Philippines, Diliman. And Professor Christian Abalos, Associate Professor, Leyte Normal University.
Thank you to our Board of Judges for lending their expertise to this exciting milestone for science and math education in the Philippines. Our finalists were judged according to a three-part criteria. Their portfolio, which consists of 40%, and a two-stage competition that includes a panel interview for 30% and a teaching competition with 30%.
In the panel interview, they were judged according to their manner of answering questions, the content of their answers, and their overall impact on the interviewers.
While in the teaching competition, they were rated according to their personal attributes, lesson planning, capability of facilitating learning using STAR approaches, and their on-the-spot management of learning. So you see, it wasn't an easy journey.
For this monumental achievement, we have big prizes. Our two grand winners, the Brightest Star for Science and the Brightest Star for Mathematics, will receive a cash prize of 100,000 pesos each.
Along with that, the incomparable acclaim of being a Brightest Star awardee.
More doors will open and an exciting future awaits.
Now, are you ready to witness our very best rise to stardom? Ladies and gentlemen, with great pride, our 2020 Brightest Star in Science is Don King Evangelista from Navotas National Science High School, NCR. Once again, congratulations to our 2020 Brightest Star in Science. And joining our science winner, we're all excited to announce that our 2020 Brightest Star in Mathematics is Janice Valdelovar
from Don Restituto Central School, Region 10.
Congratulations! Once again, congratulations to our 2020 Brightest Star in Mathematics.
Congratulations to our 2020 Brightest Star in Science.
My warm congratulations to the 2020 Brightest Star awardees.
Now, may we invite our winners for a speech. May we request our winners to turn on their microphones when we give you our cue. Okay, let us begin with our 2020 Brightest Star in Science.
Hello everyone. Good morning. Good morning. I'm so overwhelmed with this commendation of being the 2020 Brightest Star. First and foremost, I would like to thank DOST, SEI, Project Star, to all in the Science Education Institute uh, for bringing this up. This is not just for me. This is for all science teachers now that that is striving to teach in this time of pandemic. We all know that it is very, very hard to teach in a distance learning setup. And this commendation is not just for me, it's for all the science teachers who work tirelessly in number of hours, preparing modules, preparing activity sheets, preparing video lessons. This is not just for me, it's for us. I would like also to thank my DepEd MCR family po, to our regional director, Dr. Malcolm Garma, to my support divisional science supervisor, Ma'am Marika Pacheco. Thank you po sa suporta. Also, um, I would like to thank my SDO Navotas family, Sir Al Ibanez. Thank you po, Sir Al, for your support. Ma'am Sibayan, our ASDS, our Chief, Ma'am Balasa, and also, most especially po, to our Navotas Science family. Sir Russell, maraming salamat po sa tiwala niyo sa akin. And Sir, my education program supervisor and the same time po, my principal. Maraming salamat po sa lahat po ng mga nasa NABSAY, sa lahat ng mga estudyante, sa lahat ng mga parents na nagtitiwala po sa NABSAY. This is just an affirmation that we are on the right track. And most especially, maraming salamat po sa mga sumusuporta rin sa akin. Nandito po yung girlfriend ko, Abby Mansari, Bebu. Abby Mansari. And most especially po, Lord, salamat for this opportunity of being the brightest star for this 2020. This is a very huge responsibility, but we will do it for the future generation because the future generation needs us. It's not just this title, but the future generation needs us. Hindi lang po ako. I cannot do it alone. We need to cooperate and fight for our next generation. Maraming salamat po at pagpalain po tayo ng Panginoon. God bless you po. Maraming salamat.
Thank you to our brightest star in science. Finally, let's welcome a few words from our 2020 brightest star in mathematics.
Warm morning greetings to the prime movers of the Department of Science and Technology, headed by Professor Fortunato de la Peña and Dr. Josette Bio of the Science Education Institute, and our very motherly DepEd Secretary, Dr. Lenore Magtulis Briones, our regional directors, our very own regional director in our Region 10, Dr. Art Bayukot, our education program supervisors, our superintendent, our very own superintendent in the division of Hingog City, Dr. Jesnar Demsis Torres, and our star trainers, board of judges who are present today. Good morning and thank you so much. When the team asked me how would it mean for me to become the brightest star, I said it would mean an opportunity to create a channel of hope and inspiration. I want to consider this moment as episode 1 of my chapter, hashtag Brightest Star, Lucky Star. Lucky because of the overwhelming love and support of the people around me. My husband, my kids, and my friends, my colleagues, my special team who are very happy right now, from technical to physical to makeup and all. Thank you so much. That is why during the interview, the team asked me how I manage my time doing all the work that I have. I said that I am loved and I have the support of the people around me, and it always made my work lighter. And one of them said, yes, I can feel it. I guess it was Ma'am Letty. Indeed, I am loved and the support is so overwhelming. Our regional director, Sir Art Bayukot, for your unwavering support to the STAR programs. Thank you so much po. Our EPS in the Region 10, Sir Marino, happy birthday, sir! Sir, this is the gift that you want me to give you for this day. And to Sir Nick Panares, thank you so much, sir. Our big brother star in Region 10, Sir Rex Sario. Sir Rex, thank you so much. Our very supportive schools division superintendent who has been willing to sit down with me during the interview, Dr. Jesnar Demsis Torres. Our school head, my very best friend, who has been there as I launched the Starship in our school, Sir Ray and Oblig, together with Ma'am Neva and Sir Delmo. Thank you so much. Our motherly EPS in math, Ma'am Christina, and our HR head, Ma'am Mitchell. I am the luckiest because our star trainers of the Mindanao State University Iligan Institute of Technology, headed by Dr. Amelia Tibuan, Ma'am Sir Janelle, Ma'am Grace, and the other trainers who successfully scaffolded my skills even beyond their training hours, for setting my heart and for guiding me and inspiring me that this is not all about the competition. This is about how we could create inspiration and in building the future of the children. Lucky because I was chosen as the finalist and now the brightest, and expand my family with my Mangho Janive, and now with another one mark. Lucky because I am given the chance to express how thankful I am of the STAR training provided by the DOST which magnified my empathy and compassion and allowed me to see the beauty of teaching, to see what is behind in the eyes of the learners, and to always see my work as a blessing. I would like to use this opportunity to cite one of the questions during the interview. I thought it would make me not to be chosen as the brightest star, but I guess I just hit their heart. When I was asked if there is improvement in our school as a whole, I said not a very big but a little gain, and that is very valuable to us. And thank you for acknowledging my answer that our journey has just started. And this cannot change the whole system abruptly with the way our empathy and compassion are being magnified by the STAR training. I am hoping to lead and capacitate more teachers in upholding the underlying purpose of the K-12 curriculum, which is to develop critical thinking and problem-solving skills. When I was asked on my view on the result of my assessment, I was glad to share that our school was once the takers of the teams, and the result which just gave us the greatest opportunity to reflect, to unlearn and relearn, and to improve the quality of mathematics instruction, wherein STAR is just so timely to have provided us the direction
where to start. I hope that the DOST, SEI, and the DepEd will continue to its partnership in leading the teachers towards empowering our school children to become successful and productive individuals para sa bata, para sa bayan. Thank you so much and God bless us all.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a massive round of applause to the 2020 Brightest Star awardees.
For boldly, creatively, and outstandingly showcasing the spirit of DOST SEI's Science Teacher Academy for the regions, our finalists and winners are setting a precedent to 21st century learning that is innovative, engaging, and effective. To learning that truly touches and even transforms lives.
And DOST SEI is committed to a greater vision for the program.
To impart a few inspiring words, please welcome the Deputy Director of DOST Science Education Institute, Engineer Albert G. Marino.
On behalf of the Science Education Institute, it is a great honor to host the virtual awarding of the 2020 Search for the Brightest Star. I wish to congratulate the winners of the 2020 Brightest Star for Science and Mathematics, as well as the other finalists. For reaching this far, it was indeed a long journey, but all worth it. To our Brightest Stars winners and finalists, as we go back to our real world, there may be a realm of opportunity waiting for you. And we are sure that this competition prepared you well. It is up to you to make the best use of your experience and to be the best teacher, and more importantly, to be the best person that you can be. But in your quest for success, you should aim also to have an active life outside of work. There may be things that are important outside of work, money and career, like families, friends, and community and country. It is about making a continual difference to the lives of those around you. A sense of involvement of what binds people together. Our future as a nation depends very much on how we as individuals work to strengthen the bonds and ties of our families and communities. After all, aside from being a teacher, this trait completes the package of being a brightest star. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to everyone who supported this activity, making it a great success. Our special mention are the DepEd officials for supporting their teachers in this competition. Members of the Brightest Star Advisory Committee who worked very hard in finalizing the competition guidelines and shortlisting the nominees. Our distinguished judges in the teaching and interview competition. Our 2018 Brightest Stars winners and regional finalists for their assistance in the conduct of orientation of finalists. Our MC and guest, who happens to be a DOS scholar, Mr. Jeffrey Hidalgo, and all the teachers from the various parts of the country for their participation. To officially close this activity, I would like to lift a quote from William Arthur Ward. Quote, "The mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, and the great teacher inspires." Unquote. May this recognition ignite your passion to pursue teaching excellence and to serve as a role model for students and fellow teachers. You are truly an inspiration, our brightest stars. Continue to shine and be a blessing to others. Thank you very much, and see you all in 2022 for the next search.
Thank you everyone for making the 2020 Brightest Star Awards such an empowering moment for science and mathematics education in the Philippines. To our finalists and winners, may you continue to share what you learned with more of your peers and the rest of the community.
And may your achievements inspire everyone else to reach for the highest ideals and shine fairly across the transformed academic landscape.
Bright stars of today, tomorrow, and beyond. Have a great day and see you again soon.
Good morning and thank you. This is the 2020 Brightest Star Awards.